I'm fortunate enough to have a few minutes to spend with Captain Steve Bass of the Dallas Fire Department. Thanks a lot for being with us, Steve.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about how the Dallas Fire Department gets involved with the Texas Instruments Emergency Rescue Unit. How do you work together?
Well, we work together in basically, you might say, two phases. First of all is the standard practice and training phase. We've had a relationship with Texas Instruments since the inception of our response program, which has been about 4 years now. We have trained together very frequently. We have a lot of informal sessions together, both Gene Carter and I, who is a coordinator for the TI program. We do quite a bit of formalized training together as well. In terms of emergency response, which would be the second phase of our involvement with each other, we mock pretty well what we're doing here today. This is a coordinated effort, coordinated incident command system, coordinated response system. So we work together in both ways very, very frequently.
What's your opinion of the Texas Instruments Emergency Response Team?
The team is probably one of the most outstanding teams in the country as far as their capabilities, their response capabilities, and certainly in terms of their leadership. TI has pioneered quite a few techniques and pioneered quite a few processes in terms of how suits are tested, in terms of specifications for equipment and so forth. And they are one of the leading industrial or private sector response groups, certainly in this area, if not in the country.
Do you work with any other organizations or companies that have similar types of rescue teams?
We do not work with any near so closely as we do TI. There are some other industrial companies in the area that we have trained with, that we have borrowed instructors from, if you will, that we have worked with in one way or another, but none near so extensively as Texas Instruments.
How often is there a real chemical spill or some type of hazardous material accident where you would get involved with TI?
Well, fortunately, it's very infrequently. We have, over the past 3 years, we have had 2 incidents that we have actually had to respond with our hazardous materials teams here on the site. In both instances, again, we work very closely together, and I lend a lot of that credit to the Texas Instruments team in their everyday prevention and training sessions.
Are most of the accidents, do they involve fire, do they involve chemicals? Is it a mixture of both?
Well, in terms of with Texas Instruments, again, we've been very fortunate to have very few incidents. We've had 1 fire and we've had 1 spill. In terms of just normal responses, typically when you're talking about hazardous chemicals, it seems that our experience just in a broad spectrum has been more spills than it has fires.
We spoke earlier with some of the guys that were involved in today's accident. In your opinion, is what's going on here environmentally safe?
In terms of our response capabilities and the way it's being handled, we certainly hope it's environmentally safe. Of course, we attempt to make all of our efforts at not only protecting damage to humans and to property, but from the environment as well. And we hope and we feel like, yes, that what we're doing is environmentally safe.